Hey guys, Nick here, and welcome to the omniverse of Nick and part 6 to What If Skyquake Joined the Autobots. Now, like always, before we get into today's episode, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the omniverse, and further acknowledge and support the future of the omniverse by checking out the Discord, Patreon, and Google Doc in on the homepage or channel bio, as well as commenting future requests and expectations in the comments section. With that said, let's get into today's episode, where we will be touching upon Unicron's defeat. Last we left off, Skyquake had officially been gifted the key to Vector Sigma and has his own insignia, making him a true, bona fide Autobot. He's fully into the league of the Autobots now. Optimus says that even with this, to Skyquake mainly, they still have to talk to Ratchet because they still don't know the precise way to get into the core of the planet, Unicron's, being, pretty much. So they go to talk to Ratchet. And Ratchet says that ground bridging into space or on a moving train is difficult enough, which I don't think he would mention the moving train here since that isn't really a factor in the story, but it would still maybe be brought up. But he says that plotting a blind jump inside of a sentient being without anyone fully having built up an immunity like Megatron did with the Dark Energon could debilitate every one of them. But it ultimately comes down to Optimus saying that they don't really have much of a choice because they cannot let Unicron destroy this world, because it will also hinder them maybe finding a way to get their world fixed. So Ratchet and Optimus talk, and they both agree that the most likely option for them to get into Unicron's body safely, faster, and have less time to worry about being exposed to the dark matter, possibly, is to try to get very close to not turbocharging the ground bridge, but maybe like supercharging it or something. And maybe preparing themselves with like the Energon and the Synthen to maybe like prepare themselves better before they jump in. So, with Optimus, B, and Skyquake's help being very, 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 very much needed and appreciated. Everybody, the four of them mainly, are able to supercharge the ground bridge. So, when it's all done, RC, Bulk, B, Skyquake, and Optimus all proceed into the super bridge? I mean, the ultimate term for, travel to like Cybertron and everything, that was a space bridge, but we could just call this like a super ground bridge or something like that. So they're actually going into Unicron's, being without Megatron having to give the location. It just took a little bit longer. But then again, a lot of stuff has transpired so much earlier that honestly, it's still very early for them getting into Unicron's body in the first place. So it really wouldn't matter. But anyways, they are all now inside of Unicron's being to begin finding a way to put him in dormant stasis forever. Soon enough, Unicron's antibodies surface. And instead of Optimus and Megatron, we get to see a team up of Optimus and Skyquake, which would be freaking amazing, honestly. Not as amazing as Optimus and Megatron, but it would still be amazing because Optimus is the one who got Skyquake to their side. And to see the honorary Autobot with the key to Vector Sigma, a once Decepticon, teaming up with Optimus Prime? You gotta admit, that would be pretty freaking sweet. So yeah, they team up instead of Optimus and Megatron. And Bulk is almost about to fall. B is almost losing his grip on him, but it isn't Prime who saves him this time. It's Skyquake, which would honestly be really cool. We got plenty of scenes with Dreadwing and Bulkhead, but here, I wanted to at least include one moment with Skyquake and Bulk. So, here you go. Skyquake saves Bulkhead's life. After that, Optimus tells the bots to keep the attackers at bay for as long as they can, but doesn't realize until he gets into the main room with Unicron's anti-spark that Skyquake is with him, because he's the honorary Autobot now and has the key to help Prime. He knows what Optimus is going to do and what has to happen after, so he's going to help Optimus see it through. But then they both get hit with the dark matter. And Unicron, even though Skyquake, and I'm going to explain this in the very finale, even though Skyquake has not died and has not been exposed to the dark matter, Unicron, as a final last-ditch effort, because he knows he's about to be screwed here, he controls Skyquake and orders him, as a once Decepticon, to obey the master of his once, to obey his old master's will and usage of the dark matter and kill Optimus Prime. So Skyquake roars and is almost ready to attack. But Optimus unleashes the Matrix way easier because Skyquake still is no Megatron. So, yeah, Skyquake might be a lot better trained and much different than his, one episode outing, but he still is no Optimus or Megatron, so it would matter even less that Skyquake gets controlled. But it's a critical moment for Unicron about to be turned over into stasis, and just the build-up with Skyquake and Optimus. But anyway, yeah, Unicron's put in stasis. But if you guys forgot or not, the cons are all dead besides Arachnid and Dreadwing. So what does that mean? Oh, and Shockwave, obviously. What does that mean? It means that Skyquake now leads the bots back to the base and now is pretty much the leader of Team Prime, and Orion Pax comes with them. And he wouldn't ask anything about... I feel like he would maybe ask about Megatronus, but Ratchet knew so much about Orion Pax, and I feel that Skyquake would too, along with at least B, maybe. Skyquake and Ratchet mainly, definitely Ratchet. But now, Orion comes with the Autobots, and I have other stuff planned for Orion regarding that stuff and similar stuff like that, and I didn't even do it, I feel, with the Cliff story. But here, I actually literally have no choice because he wouldn't go with Megatron, obviously. There's no Megatron. So now the bots get ready as Skyquake's about to reveal everything to Orion Pax along with the help of Team Prime and get ready to bring Optimus back with the key to Vector Sigma. So how will the space bridge trip to Cybertron go? With Orion Pax in fold and no Decepticons, will they even be able to get to Cybertron? Or does it not matter with Orion, Ratchet, Skyquake, and Beaslow experience that they might be able to actually turbocharge the ground bridge and literally bring back Orion with no difficulty? And with all that said, stay tuned for the next episode of What If Skyquake Joined the Autobots.